Okay, I want to talk about ink sticks, just a preliminary um, introduction to ink sticks. And primary makers of ink sticks, the primary countries producing ink sticks today are China, Japan, and Korea. Um, they're made from either mainly pine or some other tree soot after the small branches are burned and the soot is collected, or the burning of oils. And the oils can be safflower oil, linseed oil, tung oil, a myriad of oils. Oils give a deep, black, smooth ink, whereas the tree soots produce ink that can be finely graduated for painting. It's the best ink for painting. Um, Ink sticks, although they're not as convenient as bottled ink, when you have a really good ink stone and you have quality ink sticks, um, you the ink is so much better. The bottled ink is made with gum, and that's what gives it the body instead of oil soots, or the soot from and the fish or bone or deer skin glue. And these are Japanese inks. This is um, um, red flower ink. It's been produced by the same company since the 1630s in Japan. They make a whole range of ink sticks. Japanese love thick, dark ink. This is a really good ink here. This ink stick right now will cost you about $250. Very, very nice stuff. This is about 35 or 40 years old. Older ink is so much better than new ink because it loses its density over the years because of things evaporating. It actually loses what they call molecular weight. And this, as a result, it grinds better, it grinds finer. These are Chinese inks. And because it grinds finer, you get a better ink that's easier to control, more nuanced if you're painting. So the older the ink, the better. Anything over 20 years is just so much more superior to anything else. These are a myriad of large ink sticks from Japan and China. You can see that they have a tendency to be decorated finely. This is a really beautiful Japanese ink stick. This small boy letting bats go from a jar while under the watch of a scholar or a wise man. It's really beautiful and intricate. It's about 6 centimeters wide, 6 centimeters tall, and a centimeter thick. This is actually a collectible ink. I mean, it can be ground, but it's much better for collection. You have a whole variety of beautiful ink sticks. This is Chinese, and these are really wonderful. These actually are, I believe, are really superior inks, but they don't command that great of a price, which is wonderful because you can get really good deals. This is actually a landscape, but the landscape is very 3D. I mean, there's a lot of relief to it, and the colors are exceptional. These are about $100 each now. These are like 25 to 30-year-old ink sticks. There's a date. Chinese ink sticks, a lot of them have like a little white set of number stamped on the side, and usually the first two tell you the year that it was made. Some years are better than others, just like wine or whiskey. And there's nothing like it. I love grinding ink. It's very meditative, and it slows me down, relaxes me. The smell of the if you have a really fragrant ink stick is really wonderful. These are quality Chinese these right here are new quality Chinese ink sticks. These are about $6-7 a piece. Here in the United States, they sell about for 15 or 20, which is real sad because they mark it up so extreme. Like a bottle of, like a 650 milliliter bottle of ink will run you about $8, but in China it's only a fucking dollar. I'm sorry about my language. It just makes me really livid when I think about how much people get ripped off. All right. You know, I'll go into more depth on these in future videos. I'll divide them up into their different categories and producers. There are about 6 major producers in China now. The best ink, they say, comes from Wei. You know, it's all up to personal choice and personal taste. Some of these are just beautifully. This is a common one here that you see around a lot, but there's big disparity between qualities. This is a very good one version of these common style ink sticks. See, it's the old way ink stick maker. Here are a number, all in Shi County, where they produce the Shi inkstones. Okay, I'll talk more about these in another video. Oh yeah, I just want to cover. Those are all my unused ink sticks. These are the ink sticks that I use. I have them in a separate box, you know. It's good to associate yourself with many different types of ink so you can find the one that fits you better. Really good ink will bind the hairs of the brush together and make them like the brush hairs all move in one. If you, I think I, you know, this is my saying, that while the great ink calligraphers and painters in China use bottled ink, there will not be a great masterpiece produced, because bottled ink just does not have the nuanced control that you get, the nuanced color. There's just so much subtlety that's lost from bottle to ink sticks, especially a very high quality ink stick, which I'll show you. I have quite a few very nice old ink sticks. It's easy to get ripped off. I'll go into that, and enjoy the video, and I hope it helps you understand ink a little bit. Bonsoir.